Hey guys, welcome back to the course. So this lecture, what we're going to do is take the 3 principles that we covered previous lecture for our optimization audit, and then I'm going to show you a real live example. So we're going to demo this on a page that I made actually for my MVP course, if you guys are following along with that. I'm going to show you a bad version, and then we're going to talk through how we can convert it into a good version following those 3 criteria. Remember, 1, can they understand what it is? 2, can they figure out why they should buy it or be interested in it? And 3, can they pay you? Okay, let's go. All right, so this is the page right here. Now, everybody out there, let's look at the page and actually just read it. Read it to yourself, and can you figure out what this is? Give yourself 4 or 5 seconds. I'll wait. Okay, we're back. Can anyone figure out what this is? Well, I'll tell you what it is. So this was actually in the MVP course. What it was a service where we could give gift baskets to Airbnb hosts. They could customize whatever they wanted and subscribe so that they got the same baskets over and over and over again based on how many guests they had and what the guest preferences were. The idea was that, you host and you take 5 to 10 people in your home at a time. So why not have an application where you can create the gifts that you give to your guests and then, in advance pick what you wanted to go in them. Children getting toys and old couples getting wine. So this is a good example and a very plausible example of a site that to me could have made sense, right? Because I know what it does. And so I might think that this is all they need to know. Here's a picture, here's a headline, and here is a testimonial down at the bottom. But in reality, if I didn't know what it was, I would probably be clueless. So let's start at the top. This is the headline. And in this course, guys, we're going to cover in-depth making landing pages, how you can get good at making them. But at this point in the course, you don't need to be an expert, right? We just need to follow those 3 criteria. So the cheapest thank you you can give. First of all, grammatically, that's a little bit weird, It also sounds kind of funny because think about it. The cheapest thank you you can give, doesn't that make you just sound like you're a cheap person, right? Aren't thank yous supposed to be heartfelt and actually put effort into it? Whatever, that's totally aside. But what does that mean? Like, I can understand, I can connect the 2. It's a gift of some sort, right? Giving a gift, cheapest thank you. Am I buying that? That is the question I might ask because this image is kind of irrelevant. And then it says, give the gift of Air Basket to your Airbnb guests. They will thank you later. All right, great. So I figured out for Airbnb, yes, the Air Basket goes to them, but I don't know what the Air Basket necessarily is. I hope it's not that. And then let's see if maybe we can find another clue. We have a testimonial. Air Basket has saved me in so many situations with my guests. They absolutely love receiving them and always thank me later. So what you can tell is they're buying something. I'm not sure why we would buy, and I don't know what it is. So this is a great example. I mean, you have to be Sherlock Holmes to be able to put together the pieces to figure out what exactly this is. Even if I was interested, I would probably leave because I don't know what this is. I don't want to waste my time trying to figure it out. Second, do we have any reason why we should buy it? I mean, it says cheap, and it says they will thank you, and this person said it was nice, but those aren't really reasons. How does this benefit me? Cheapest is not a benefit to me. I guess saved me in situations. I don't know what the situations are. This is very hard to kind of connect the 2. And then if I want to buy it, hit create basket, and it appears that it's just, let's see, a form, and then I hit create, and it just says thank you. Okay. How was I supposed to buy that? That fails on all 3 counts. Okay, so what we need to do is change this. We need to convert it into a way that it's actually easy to understand. So at home, actually think about this to yourself. How would you improve this given what you know it does? Well, the first thing I'm going to suggest is that since you see the headline first, you should probably tackle that one first. Everyone reads the headline first. I mean, that's just a fact of homepages, landing pages, and marketing in general. So the cheapest thank you can give, I would change that to something a little bit more specific. It's okay if it's vague, if you then explain right here what it is, because the second thing people read is going to be this. So I can use something that piques their interest, or I can explain it or give a little bit more of a clue, but then I have to explain it. This is the area where I explain, dead simple, what it is. And then I just simply would not use a testimonial. And if I used a testimonial, it would have to be something that is more specific. It'd have to say something like, Air Basket is a gift that my guests love. I love the fact that I can customize it and have it come at convenient times, and that my guests can say it's personalized or something like that. It needs to have some of those features or benefits in it to make sense and to be somewhat convincing. And then, obviously the second thing is because there's no benefits or clear benefits, I would straight up just change this and add a section that says how it works or why you should do it. Okay, so let's look at an actual version that after I've done that, I'm going to focus on benefits, focus on clarity, and I'm going to make sure that you can pay for it. So here you go. Now, if you actually go to airbasket.co, you will see this version. So it says your guest will love you. Again, vague, doesn't necessarily say what it is, but the next sentence does. Give each of your guests a personalized welcome basket. Get baskets delivered on time for each guest for as little as $7 a basket. And then this image is much more specific, much more relevant. In 1 to 2 seconds, if you were to look at this and you didn't know what it does, you could figure this one out. And then benefits right here, why use Airbasket? Save time and effort, 200 items to choose from, enjoy bulk prices. There you go. And then I even went down farther and said how it works and other things, why you should buy. We cover a lot of this later when we talk about landing pages and Instapage. That's what we use. You guys can look forward to that later. Okay, so you guys can see the difference, right? Image is more relevant. There is a text that literally describes what it is, and then we literally describe why you should pay me money, okay? Now, the only thing that's left in our three-piece audit is paying. Okay, now let me show you how easy it is to add payment. I can't cover every single base, guys, because if you're using Shopify, it's a different way. If you're using WordPress, it's a different way. If you're using a Squarespace, it's all basically different. But I'm going to show you the simplest way to do it in a way, and this way it covers most bases. Just go to stripe.com. What they are, they allow you to take credit cards online. They're a competitor to PayPal. They are well known. Why? Because they're extremely easy to use. Just create an account and you will be up and running in like 2 hours. I say 2 hours because you do have to have your account approved before you can take credit cards, but you can get it set up in the first 5 minutes. So set up an account and I'll see you inside. All right, and this is what the panel looks like. It's going to track all of your credit card transactions. You can add all sorts of cool stuff like subscriptions, coupons, plans, different products. You can make it like events. You can make it do all sorts of really cool stuff. Big fan of Stripe. Always check it out. But now, how do we integrate this? Just go to documentation and right here, checkout. Just go to checkout. That is the button that you want. If you're doing PayPal, it's the same thing. I mean, they just give you a PayPal button. You just say you want to take payments and they'll take you to a page. It just takes a lot longer with PayPal. So right here, shows you how to integrate it. It's actually really, really simple, and they're very nice because I'm logged in. They've already input the code that I need for this to work. They put in my data key and my data image and all that stuff, so I don't have to deal with that. Don't have to be technical in the slightest. All I need to know is I have to copy this and go to whatever you're using for your website. If it's custom, no problem. If you're using a platform, look for the custom HTML editor. So the way that you would do this in Instapage is you just go up to add new. It's right there at HTML, and you can add custom HTML. Wix does this, Weebly does this, WordPress does this, Shopify does this. Everyone who has a platform will allow you to insert custom HTML. And if you're doing a custom website and you work with a developer, just ask them to add it in. It's like putting in your Google AdWords, your Google Analytics little snippet. It takes 3 seconds. So you just double click in this case, and I just copy right there, say done. Can't show me it yet because it has to be live, but you'll see in a second. Now I have a button. So now I can just say preview, and there you go. Look, I have a button right there. It says pay with card. I can click it and I can pay you money. You see how long that took me? Look, you can pay me. That's actually the technical name of SprintKick. I put in my email, put in my credit card, pay $20 or whatever you set it up to be. No excuses, guys. That's how you can, in roughly 5 minutes, get a payment button in to pass your 1, 2, 3 audit. Okay, so we took an ugly, unfunctional page like this, and we made it so that it actually makes sense like this, and then we added a payment button so we can pay. There you go. We're done with the audit, moving on, and hopefully you guys do the same. All right, see you in the next lecture.